not a child. Now, there's a second half to that. I posted it up on my Facebook, the screenshots of these things. Natalie Bollinger did think that she was in love with me. This is not the first time that she said it, even just in Messenger. Also, if you look at the replies that I gave her, it's pretty obvious that I tried to sidestep it. I tried to give her a different impression. I wanted to let her know that I wasn't interested, that it was just a friend thing. And I didn't understand why she kept going back to that, and I've been explained since then. Sean, you're an idiot. That little girl thought she was in love with you, and you're just fucking stupid. You're fucking socially awkward, and you're fucking retarded when it comes to women. You're a fucking idiot, Sean. It's nobody's fault you're a fucking idiot but you. But when you got a little girl that's got a crush on you like that, fucking run. Run away as fast as you can. Like, well, thank you very much. Hindsight is 20/20. And also, she was an adult. She's allowed to make her own decisions. Her friends and family didn't seem to think so. They wanted to make decisions for her. Who she could and could not be friends with. Who she could or could not talk to. Kara Johnson Miles, one of the predators that I speak up about. She's a pretty fucked up person. She pretended to be an autism advocate. Really, she's just a nutty web sleuth. Kind of like Cara Rogers, a.k.a. Cara Mia. Or Layla Johnson, a.k.a. Layla Dunan, a.k.a. Missy Johnson. Or, well, any number of these other web sleuth nut jobs who hopped on. Many of them pretending to care and pretending like they'll help. Help how I need or help how you want. Telling me pretty words or that I just need to ignore it or forget about it. Those are not solutions to problems like this, but you don't want to hear that. When I give you a tiny taste of what I go through, you will flip your fucking wig. I want to give you a case in point recently. A prime example. Now, this is somebody that I've known for a while and who I have helped out in multiple situations and defended. Her name is Shay Burton. Now, she's friends with some of my predators. How am I supposed to feel about that? Is Shay Burton a witness to any of my situations? Yes, she was on a bus with me. Her and her boyfriend at the time, John Keaton. Matter of fact, there's a picture that I took. It's her hand and his hand together on that bus to Pueblo. They weren't going to Pueblo. They were going further. I believe I even have the receipt for that still that shows where that bus ticket was to. I tried to save every piece of evidence, every bus ticket, including the information of who paid for it. Because sometimes when I've got other more important things that I need to worry about, arguing over who paid for a fucking bus ticket 6 months ago because you're pissed off I told the truth, fuck the goddamn bus ticket. The problem is I'm still being harmed because you never told the truth. Or sure, you told me the truth, but did you tell the public? Later on, when you wanted to claim that it was slander, what did I do? I posted up recordings of it. That's what I do. That's my style. Although it's not what I wanted to do. See, we learned about McGruff back in the 80s. How to stop bullying. What to do about bullies. And does it actually work? No. No, it fucking doesn't. Not if you're a dude. Not unless you're disabled and have visual markers or are a child. And even then, in both of those occasions, it might depend. If you're an old man using a cane or a walker crossing the street, and some thugs decide that you might have some money, And 6 of them beat you up and take your money and say they were just helping you get up because you fell down. Imagine if that old man lived in that neighborhood. Those people lived in his same building and saw him every day. Now let's imagine that old man got arrested for making a false report because a bunch of people beat him up. There's physical evidence that he was beaten up. There's physical evidence that he was assaulted. There's evidence that his wallet's gone, that his money's gone, that his ID is gone. And of course, in this situation, we're going to change it over, aren't we? That old man is a homeless man because a man in a house with housing or a nursing home, they would know about that man's disabilities from a first-hand basis instead of having to just believe whatever you're told. Nurses just believing what officers I'm trying to turn in tell them. Oh, he's got suicidal ideations. No. Suicidal ideations? My ass. Suicide is a byproduct of neglect. That is what suicide is. Neglect. The reason men are most likely to commit suicide is because they are the most neglected in our society. Do not use Donald Trump and pretend that every man is Donald Trump. We're not all rich. We didn't all get $1 million loan from our daddy at 18. Most of us don't have daddies who have seen $1 million in their lifetime. So shove that shit up your backside. Yes, Natalie Bollinger thought she was in love with me. And yes, I tried to talk her out of it and thought I'd talked her out of it. I thought she understood I was not for sex. But then Kara Johnson Miles, one of these internet wingnuts, got to lie in my court dates and be heard. I literally had to break the law to try to get a court date against my predators, to try to force the law to take a look. Because when I went to my friends and family, which is literally the only way to do it, you go to your friends and family, this is your support network. Social isolation because of these rumors prevented that from happening, made it so that going to see them required travel and expenses of travel and more time that I couldn't sit down in a place and work on what I needed to turn this in. But the most important thing was having a friend or family member there to help me to turn it in. Otherwise, I was just going to get railroaded just like I do here in Tillamook, just like I did in the Dalles, just like I did in Hood River. And you also get to see that it's not just me being victimized in these situations. You get to see on my channel what happened to that 14-year-old girl here in Tillamook. And also how allowing her predator to get away, predators to get away, resulted in me being in danger for having to go public with it. And I do have to go public with these things because I cannot get police to listen to me. If it's just me and the police, I have to be worried that they will be bullies, as bully as possible, and lie to me far more. The cops here know that I'm trying to turn them in, and if somebody gives them an excuse to arrest me, they'll take it, and you know it. You also know that if they take me to the hospital, and the hospital takes me in, especially after assaulting me there, they would be more than happy to give the people here a diagnosis of schizophrenic in a day. Yeah. Because the hospital already knows I'm trying to turn them in. Both the clinic itself and the hospital proper, as well as the administrative staff at the hospital, because that's the route that Vicky Rain wanted to go to try to turn these places in. It needed to go to the fucking cops, but she needed to do it with me. And all she did was change the rules and change her mind and change the rules and change her mind after she had control of my evidence and all of my belongings. Did she actually keep her word? No, she didn't. And of course, although you guys won't try to understand my disabilities, I do in fact try to understand other people's disabilities. If I'd have known that Vicky Rain had multiple personalities before I moved my stuff over there, I probably would not have moved my stuff over there. Let's end this one. I got more to post up.